A lot of people are calling me crazy for wanting to short Bitcoin. They believe we're in a very, very strong bull market, a bull market which you should not look to short. And of course, they believe we are definitely pumping above $100,000 next. So I'm going to be answering the questions in this video of why am I shorting? What are we looking for next? Are we actually going to be turning soon into a bigger bear market, or is this just a local pullback within a bigger bull market continuation pattern? Well, that's what you'll be finding out in this video as we pick up where we left off of Friday's live trading stream, where live in the time you saw me taking that short trade on Bitcoin. Still in that short trade today, by the way, now in around $600 of profit. That's what we were going through on Friday evening, as well as releasing the video which got a lot of attention about selling all of my spot Bitcoin. A lot of people on this one cannot comprehend why would anybody sell all of their spot Bitcoin. Well, we're going to be going through the technicals today, going through the charts and explaining what I am looking at next, upcoming trade setups, and of course, the next highest probability trade. So with that, I want to start off by giving a bit of a context drop. Okay, we're going to just spend two minutes on this as we quickly go through what actually happened here. What are the signs that we've had to short this market? Originally, of course, you know, we have the short from the all-time high at the moment, and that was off of a simple swing failure pattern. We had the high. We can come down and we took out a few higher lows. We got a retest of the high with a swing failure pattern. That at the time, a very simple short trade from an SFP, ending with a major move to the downside, where we actually then got a bounce off of, look at this, my friends, the previous range point of control. So we bounced off the previous range point of control here. So then my theory to the champions was, well, after bouncing off of that previous range point of control, let's target 98,100, giving us the previous range point of control. So it was pretty simple theory, point of control to point of control. I remained very patient during several days where I really simply wanted to see that previous range point of control on the daily level hit around 98,100. Nothing's changed over the days. I still want to take that short trade, 98,100 zone. And then eventually we got the entry. I took the short trade on the daily as planned. I want to see then how the weekend goes. And of course, at the time, collect that very high funding rate for being in a short trade. That position was temporarily underwater, but of course, when the invalidation is not hit, there is no need to close. The invalidation being just above $100,000, with the target at the time around $94,600. So we had this short trade, which was taken live on stream, got the entry filled on stream. You know, there was full transparency about that trade, not hiding anything as always. You knew what I was looking for. You knew the trade setup, and it was, again, really simply off of the daily on the previous range point of control, short trade, invalidation above the high. We have then come down to the bigger target already, as you can see there. It was around 94,600, and we currently have our low at 94,900. So we are at the moment ever so slightly printing the higher low here. So a few things that we can be aware of now. So you all understand the short trade. And I actually did have a temporary long trade off of the mini range low, which hit take profit one, got stopped on the rest. So that's fine. Remain in the short because we saw the sign of weakness. So then what are we looking at next? Well, I feel we have some very key levels on the chart here locally. And this is what's going to help us define, you know, bull versus bear markets. So first of all, when they come over to the order flow, we can see we got a lot of shorts opening locally here, which is not the greatest, but it is okay as long as we maintain below the previous day equilibrium here. If we start to reclaim the previous day equilibrium, then we are going to see a lot of trap shorts at and around that range low. Then I do believe, yes, that's a very local sign of strength, and we can squeeze up once again to, you know, to new highs. But just look at this. When we look at here at the open interest, let me zoom in this for you. We can actually see upon losing that previous day equilibrium, we saw here on this candle, 5.8 million shorts opening. Then we saw on this candle, 12.4 million shorts. Then we see on this candle, another 10 million shorts opening. Then we see 4.3 million. Then here, 27 2.3 million shorts opening, and we're actually still getting a little bit more shorts opening right now. So there are a lot of shorts opening today, this morning. Okay, this is this morning's price action. So lots of shorts opening, what I would argue is a little bit late, right? You don't want to be shorting down here. You know, if you followed along in the champion stream, you're shorting up here at the highs, shorting down here at the lows. You know, not the greatest trading strategy. Let's just say that. Okay, the champions, you want to be shorting the high and looking for your take profits down here at the lows, not shorting at the lows. I don't know what you were doing up at the highs, right? You got to reverse it on your head of what the majority are doing, because the majority, well, a lot of people, let's just say, are taking some shorts right now, which I do not feel is the ideal place. So with that in mind, those shorts, though, as it stands, are not trapped shorts. This only becomes, let's say, more bearish if we reclaim that previous day equilibrium. Then we're leaving that 100 mil of trapped shorts at the low of the move. That's where we can activate a really nice squeeze back and above $98,000, right? As it stands, those shorts are in profit and they are not under any... They're not under any pressure right now. They got a local bit of a downtrend, and that is, you know, helping very much at the moment with this lower lows and lower highs. You can see each step of the way creating that market structure. On the CME as well, we have not quite taken that low. So you can see the low from Thursday. Oh, look at that. We're talking about $5 above it at the moment. So we still got that resting liquidity across the CME, across our major exchanges. Just below $94,800. So that will be our major liquidity zone of, you know, let's say the next few days. Good hit today. But that will be our next major liquidity zone just below 94. We're not here on the CME. We're not here on Bitcoin. You can see the legacy markets pulling back ever so slightly today as well, but nothing in comparison to Bitcoin. Really seems to me like the legacy markets, ES and NQ, are moving 0.2%. Bitcoin will get the 2% move. Like, it's got a lot more volatility right now. There's a lot of eyes on crypto. And I question you, is this a lot of eyes on crypto with the euphoria, with the FOMO, or is this smart money looking to get into the market, reaccumulate around $100,000? Okay, so I said I'd answer the question of, are we entering a bear market right now? Okay, do I think these shorts that I've taken are, you know, the start of a bear market short? And of course, as it stands right now, although it would be great, I have to be realistic with you. Okay, I do have to say to you, of course, we are not expecting a bear market right now. Why? Because there has been no major sign of weakness. Even when we pull this whole range that we're in right now, we are still above the point of control of the whole bigger range. So yeah, we've flirted around the value area high here. We rejected off that previous range point of control pretty nicely, even with the retest. But you know, it's impossible for me to say that this is a start of a bear market. When we zoom out, let's just zoom out a little bit and we see this. Come on, this is very, 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 very strong. And I will always say this, my biggest and best shorts in bull markets are still short trades. My biggest and best trades, even in bull markets, are still short trades. I do enjoy short in a bull market. So just be aware, you know, these are my favorite trades. Don't get me wrong, I will still look to long dips. You know, I have longed very much so this price action over the past few months. So I'm not against longs, but I am definitely looking for shorts actively, especially when we reach such key levels around 100K. You know, this is the time for, you know, let's call this hedging protection. You know, like I was saying on this live stream when I was taking that short, you know, I just want to get in here, like I said to my champions group, want to hold it for the weekend, see how it goes. You got this really nice high funding rate, so you can stay in those short trades for the weekend. Have that kind of, hey, I can go off and relax this weekend. I don't need to be on the charts all the time. I'm in my short trade. I've got my stop loss invalidation. I'm getting a nice funding rate. You know, this is a win-win-win-win-win situation. And so that's the position I like to be in. I like to put myself in a relaxed position, knowing I'm in a wonderful short trade from the highs. The worst that can happen is I take a little scratch, a little bit of a stop loss, but I am actively looking to take the very best trades. Even in the biggest bull market in the world right now for Bitcoin, I've still got two of the best short trades you can possibly take. And that is just hard, cold facts. And so how do I get into this position? I removed the noise. I removed the comments of why anyone's going to sell their Bitcoin. Why would anyone take any short trades? We're in the biggest bull market in the world. I agree we're in a massive bull market, but that doesn't mean I'm going to avoid taking short trades. I enjoy them. I understand I'm only taking them at very high probability places with nice confluence, given some context. So right now, I am, of course, as you just saw there, right? This is the live active screen on Bybit. I'm still in that short trade, looking at around $640 of profit. And again, this is just a small position, just to have some fun on stream with you all. And the main reason really is to educate you, right? I'm taking these trades not because I'm looking for the profits, but so you can understand the theory. You can see it taking in the time, right? It's full transparency, honesty, whether I'm trading, here, what's this, around $20,000, or if I'm trading $200 million. For me, it's exactly the same thought process. It's exactly the same trades. The monetary value of my trade is irrelevant, because I honestly don't care if my profit off the end of a trade is $100 or $1 million. For me, that's just a number at this point. I've completed the game of monetary gains in this life, and I'm not after those gains anymore. It really makes zero difference to me. I'm here to help you, to educate you, taking these trades to show you what are the very best trades to be looking for. And so that is my service to you, to educate you, to prove to you, to show you what's possible, and, having a very fun time every step of the way. So I want to just say this before we move on to the last piece. We do have the very last day now with the Cyber Monday deal. Obviously, all the Black Friday stuff's over. Today is a Cyber Monday day. This is the very last day of the sale, which is up to 30% off. So if you would like to take advantage of that for the long-term memberships, this is where you get access, of course, to all of the educational videos. We have a massive educational library over at Chart Champions. On top of that, all of the educational library of content. You also have access to inbuilt journals, competitions that we run every month where you can win real prize money. You have access to the learning tracks. You select what type of trader you want. You just get access to those videos straight away. That's, of course, taken from the overall course. You have access to the Discord updates where I'm talking about the short trades that I'm looking for days in advance. When I take those trades, when I'm underwater, but it's no need to close because the invalidation's not hit. Understanding where I want to get those take profits. Having very nice profitable weekends. That gives you access to all of the educational, all of the Discord updates, the daily morning trading updates. So every morning you're coming in here and you're able to watch a live stream from myself and the other coaches where we're going through here, explaining the charts, explaining what we're looking for, giving the trade setups and theories, everything that you need to absolutely crush this market. Every day of the week, we are here for you to support you. And so if that sounds like a lovely place to be, you can head over and join the community, which really has that family feel now of Chart Champions on the biggest discount you're ever going to get from us. And probably the only sale of the year that we're going to run, by the way. So this is the one and final last opportunity, if that's of interest to you. Back to the charts. As mentioned, the biggest liquidity below us will be sat at 94,700. At this is what I would class a key level. If we see support here, then of course I can get another scalp long trade. If we see that little bit of a fake out. Alternatively, if we do lose that level and back test as resistance, then I would be looking honestly for our monthly naked point of control next, which that sits at 91,775. So that will be my next key level to the downside there. Of course, I wouldn't expect it to go straight there in a few minutes, but that's where I'll be looking for my next major target. And of course, above us, as mentioned, the previous day equilibrium, while below that, I am viewing this with strong pull to the downside below this liquidity. If we do reclaim the previous day equilibrium, then I will have to accept, well done to the bulls here. They held another overall higher low, and I would be looking for a further move to the upside, close out of that local short trade, secure my profits on that. So you can see, okay, I want you to understand how I am as a trader. Okay, I will say this honestly, I do not know where price is going next. Nobody does. It's impossible to know. Are we going to pump next? Are we going to dump next? Are we going to go in an ever so slight $10 range sideways? It's impossible to know. So how can we profit on this market if we do not know what's happening next? Well, we have to position ourselves waiting patiently for high probability trades. So that short trade, we had the daily on previous range point of control. We knew the reason of the entry, right? We knew the reason why we were entering. We knew where we were wrong with a stop loss, and we knew where we are right with take profits. So we do not know where price is going next, but we can wait patiently for high probability levels to take the very best trades. That's waiting patiently for the very best shorts, and the same, waiting patiently for the very best longs. And if you are not at a level which is the very best, you should not be trading. You should be waiting patiently for those trade setups. Like, this is the perfect example. I was sharing this trade setup days in advance. And then yesterday, this was back on Thursday, the 28th. We went the whole day with taking no trade setups. That morning, I told my team, there was no good trade setup today. I really think today is a day where you should not be trading. 9 hours later, Bitcoin went 0.1% away, and there was no trade to be had. So you need to understand nothing's changed. For a few days there, we still wanted to see the short at 98,100. You see here what I'm trying to educate you, what I'm trying to teach you. It's just you need to know when to remain patient. If you do not have that golden high probability trade setup, do not take a trade. Otherwise, you're going to take a poor, low quality trade and lose money. And then when it comes across to taking the good trade, you're going to have taken 3-4 losses in a row. You're going to avoid taking the best trade because of the previous losses. And that's the one that's going to win. That's what I'm going to help you avoid. I've been in this game over a decade, so I've made all of the mistakes. That's how I'm so good at reading this market, reading the psychology of the market, and having that 5D chess. I know the play of everybody else in the market, and I know the majority of the people lose in the market, so I can flip that on its head and take the best trades at the biggest levels on the chart and do it publicly ahead of time with full transparency, full honesty on my accounts. I believe in my skills. I understand how to do this, and now I can help you each step of the way. And I'm very proud and happy to be able to do that. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. You understand what I'm looking at next. And again, we do not know with certainty, but we do know where the best trades lie with the highest probabilities. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's made sense. I thank you ever so much. And you know now where my key level next to the upside downside is, and why until one of those levels are hit, I will remain happily in the short trade that I shared with you during the Friday's live trading stream. Final thing that I will mention, these live trading streams are now back only to the platform. So if you do want to watch more live trading streams, that is only on chartchampions.com now. They are not going to be on YouTube. That was a special November only. All those live trading streams that you've been getting over on YouTube, and you can see the profits that you can make from them, are going to go back only to the champions for the, it's really simply, they're going to be only back for the champions for the live trading streams. So yeah, if you want to get involved on these again, see the trades, understand the trades live in the time, that is only for the champion members. Hope you've enjoyed. Thank you ever so much. And yeah, I will remain patient now to see one of our next key levels hit. And as soon as it is hit, you can guess I'll be updating the champion members first. Cheers, everybody. Thank you. Have a good day. And that's me signing out. Goodbye.